Hey, what's up? This is Nick with Bearded Adventures. This is our full-length movie from our trip to Europe. We visit Italy and Switzerland. Check out some pretty epic mountain views and some pretty awesome churches. Even spend some time in Venice. Do quite a bit of hiking and even have a mishap in the mountains all by myself, getting stung by a bee. First, we start on the plane over the Alps. We landed in Milan, Italy, and wanted to explore the area before heading off to our hotel in Switzerland. We drove around the area checking out the cool architecture, particularly this sanctuary built in 1550, Saint Maria del Plaza. It's cool to see these older buildings. We don't see any of this in the US. Then I was off to check out a grocery store because we needed to get some groceries here in Italy before we headed to Switzerland. As you can see, there's no comparison. The fresh food you can get in Europe is twice what you can get in America. Hardly any box stuff. As you see, the drive from Italy into Switzerland was this pretty awesome windy road with tunnels and just a pretty cool mountain road. We arrived at our Hotel Serpentino, that just before it started getting dark, but we still were able to get a some good footage of the beautiful view from the top of the mountain. Then we checked into our room, and this is a view from our balcony. And then we were able to catch a late dinner, but by then it was dark, but still a pretty awesome view with all the lights in the city down on the valley. And back on the road before either one of us wanted to be up, but we had a long drive, but still a pretty epic one. All the mountains and curvy roads are just so much fun to drive on. So on our Bearded Adventures, we ran across this interesting sound just outside the town of Boston, Switzerland. It sounded like cowbells. So we stopped and we noticed there was a cow parade coming from what looked like the mountain. We weren't sure what this was, so we did a quick Google search on what it was. We did pass the town and see some activity of like some media coverage and stuff, and we weren't sure what it was all about. So what this is a parade of cows. They bring them down from the higher elevations during the winter, and they graze then here at the lower elevations, but they're coming from like high Alpine elevations. It's pretty neat to see this. It happens twice a year. They go up in the spring and down in the fall.
And this is what is going on in Lhasa. They're preparing for the cows to come.
Yep. Yeah. This is all coming that way.
Yeah. So all that media coverage and everything there was for this.
Yeah.
And that was why they were putting up the stakes on the side of the road so the cows didn't wander off into it.
Yeah. That's so cool. Continuing on our journey towards the town of Mirnen, we again stopped in another small town by this Lake Brienz, I believe it's called, near Interlaken, and we stumbled upon another cow parade. So we couldn't help but check it out. This seems like to be a cool tradition they do here in Switzerland. As you can see, they use headdresses and oversized bells for the parades. They don't normally carry these bells on the cows. They have smaller bells that they graze with. I can't emphasize enough how cool this experience was and how we just stumbled upon it. It just makes me think of what just interesting cultural experiences you can see by just stumbling upon small towns all over the world. But yeah, this was actually really cool. Of course, then the real reason we stopped in this small town was this cool lake. So we went down and explored down around the shore and some of the marina. As you can see, it's just this epic mountain lake with this cool aqua blue looking to the water. They do trips. They come pick you up by boat, and then there's towns over there that you can only get to by boat, which is kind of neat. This is our destination here. Steckelberg is the area, the city or town that we have to take the cable car up to the town of Mirnen. It's where the hike we're going to do. It's a Via Ferrata hike. You can see how pretty awesome that is looking down in that valley. Hang glider and that river going through, multiple waterfalls. The views from this town almost don't look real. They almost look like they're fake out of a movie or something. It's pretty crazy. So what this hike is called a Via Ferrata, which means Italian, or it's Italian for iron path. It is a pathway that was used to get through the Alps during World War I. This was an actual path here that was used in World War I, but there are several paths all over the Alps and the Dolomites that are these cabled paths where troops from, like I said, the First World War would transport military munitions and supplies. These are critical and strategic paths for resupplying high altitude outposts. Like this one, the Via Ferratas are now used for recreation to challenge your will and adrenaline rush. It was actually a ton of fun. I can't wait to find more and hike as many as I possibly can. I would have to say this is probably the most fun hike or challenging hike I've ever done.
Oh, geez, there's another one, huh?
This particular Via Ferrata starts in the town of Mirnen, heads down the pathway there, crosses that river, and then this other big ravine down to the town of Grinwall. It's a total of like 4 miles or 4.5 miles. As you can see, we're wearing safety gear, harnesses, and helmets, which I'll put in the description where we rented them from in the town there, Mirnen. A very reasonable price. But yeah, you keep one connection always to the cable. So if you need to go around something, you disconnect and then reconnect in. That's what makes this safe. But yeah, this is just an awesome way to get through the mountains. Comment below if this is something you think you'd ever want to do. As you can see, you have to concentrate and place your feet deliberately in a lot of locations and scale across this mountain. Just take your time. We normally hike at about 2.5 miles an hour. This is a 4-mile obstacle course, and it took us about 4 hours or 5 hours to do it. So you definitely take your time, but the views are spectacular, and it's just so challenging and fun to do something like this.
So I was thinking of changing my... Maybe look at this, you're gonna step up. Is my camera still flashing red? It just timed out for 30 minutes, so that's why I'm making sure it wasn't the battery or SD card.
If you look down at the village below there, over my left shoulder, that village is 6,500 feet down to the floor, or the main level. We're up in the mountains here. So if you fell down this, it'd be a long bouncing fall. Would not be fun. So make sure you're connected and hooked in all the time. Again, we rented all of our equipment from, I'll leave the link in the description as the location there in the town of Miernan. You can rent your equipment. They also have guided tours if you'd like to do up to 8 people in your group. You can do a guided tour, which adds a zip line to this whole obstacle course. We chose to do the self-guided, which was perfectly fine. If you're an avid hiker, you can do a self-guided and be perfectly fine. All these people you can see in front of us, they're doing self-guided. And this makes me excited to seek out as many of these Via Ferratas as I can. I had so much fun doing it.
My gloves, they're not torn yet, but they're like pieces of material all over my pants.
Can't get over how epic this hike was, and I have a grin from ear to ear just editing the content. It was so much fun. There are a few water crossings or ravine crossings on this Via Ferrata. A couple of them where you have 2 cables going across, where you have to walk across the cables, and then one with one single cable going across. This, you can see there's a waterfall there. And then at the very end, there is a pretty long suspension bridge over a valley, which is just so awesome.
Good job.
last major obstacle of the day. This was definitely the most uneasy, because depending on who is in front of you or behind you and how they move on this bridge, you can have up to 10 people. And as you're the person in front of you moves their weight too much, it can move the bridge or sway up and down or left to right. And the guy up there in front of us definitely did that as we're on it. He I don't know if he was scared or what was going on, but he did have a guide with him, and he bounced around, and it definitely made it not cool. You can't really see in the video, but it's definitely an uneasy feeling. But man, look at the view. It's just so awesome. Really? Good job. You did way better here. And of course, what do you do after anything challenging? A high five, right? Now it's time for some beer and some good food. She's gonna kill me for that picture. I was trying to get this picture here, and she thought I was trying to take a picture of the mountains, so she was getting out of the way. But look how beautiful this restaurant is. Sat down, had a couple of beers, and some really good food. What a great ending to an amazing day. The day starts off with this beautiful view of the valley from our hotel. You can see the mountains in the background and the clouds. It just looks amazing. It was a 3-hour drive from Stabio, where we were staying at our hotel, to Venice. We finally made it. Quick tip, when you're parking, we decided to park as close as we could to the city, and so we didn't have to walk as far.
Okay.
But parking was like $30 an hour. So if you park further away, it was like $15 for the entire day. We ended up moving our vehicle later in the day. But yeah. Growing up on a lake, I've always loved water and boats. This city just brings both of those together in such a great way. Everywhere you look, there's canals. There's no roads. It's all just canals. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with that. It's Venice. But to be here and to experience it is just truly amazing. First stop is for some gelato. You can't be in Italy and not get gelato. One thing to note, we paid everywhere in Italy and Switzerland with tap. You just tap your phone and we were able to pay, do the exchange rate with it and everything. We didn't partake, but I overheard them talking to the gondola captain, I guess. Said it was 105 euros for a 45-minute tour.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life.
There are so many amazing places to eat. It is really hard to figure out where you want to eat. But yes, food looks delicious. St. Thomas Church, built in 1385. There's like a million churches in this town, city, but yeah, this is one of the older ones. And this is a church, the St. Roch. I believe it's Roch, R-O-C-H. 1508 is when it was built. This building here, I'm not Italian enough to pronounce correctly, so I'm going to write it down on the screen below there.
Yeah, that would be probably, oh, you're remote, I got you. Yo, gotcha. Yeah.
One of the few places you can find trees or actually any greenery is in Venice. It's mostly canals and just houses and villas. Again, another name I'm not Italian enough to pronounce, but I believe it was a like a regional courthouse or some kind of palace to that effect. But it was built in 1172, which is really old. I told you there's a million churches in this city/town. This is another pretty awesome one.
Oh yeah, we all been moving through.
Dance with me beneath the stars, moonlight crashing on our wild hearts. With your head alive, everything is fine. We've still got the rest of our lives. The rest of our lives. The rest of our lives. Oh, the rest of our lives. Love is a journey. We'll steady the course. Fight for each other, no matter the score. Through heartache, we'll carry the love that we swore. If you just
some good definitions for
Dance with me beneath the stars.
A quick hint: we might see this place again later.
Crashing on our walls. With your head in mud, everything is fine. We've still got the rest of our lives. The rest of our lives. The rest of our lives. Carry the love that we swore. If you just take my hand, oh, won't you just take my hand for the rest of our lives? For the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives.
The Rialto was the only one.
Oh, I was surprised there was a tree growing up there. You ought to try it.
Quella sulla facciamo una
Chitarra. Oh, really? I hope you pull over too.
know this isn't a typical bearded adventures type video of outdoor adventures, normally doing some kind of kayaking or hiking, but this was such an amazing adventure that I wanted to bring you guys along with me and show you how cool the city is, that maybe someday you can visit it. Day 3, we head to the mountains for a hike and traffic jam of goats. The hike starts off on the northeast side of the lake near a hostel. I'll put the name of that in the comments along with a link. And then you hike around counterclockwise past several mountain streams that are run off from the glaciers. And then finally back down a decent elevation to the base of the lake.
This is the start of a hike that you have to check the Swiss Army's webpage to make sure that they're not shooting, because it is a firing range for the Swiss Army. So this will be interesting, and it's supposed to be a pretty intense incline up to a glacier. It's interesting. Ooh, altitude's already kind of kicking my butt. But this area of Switzerland is close to the Italian border, so you never know if you need to speak German or Italian. I just passed a couple, they were German. But yeah, it's pretty neat. But yeah, this hike so far, you can see, look at the view, it's freaking amazing.
This area's got a unique rock formations to it, and it holds a few different rock climbing festivals throughout the year. I learned that when I got back and did a little research in the area. I love this whole area, it's beautiful.
Memories and worn out shoes, every winding road we wandered through. When your heart is beating next to mine, there's no telling what our feet could find. Open up and listen to the morning like a song carried on the breeze.
Look how crazy this lake is.
We spent all this time chasing the horizon. Now we see all of these days stretching out before us. All these places here within our reach. Don't know where we go from here. You could take me anywhere, 'cause anywhere with you is where I wanna be. When we find ourselves so far from home, with embrace the mystery as we go. We won't let this moment pass us by. We can slow it down and take our time. Open up, we give into the evening, like the stillness settles on the trees. We spend
It's hard to describe how crazy this hike is, surrounded all by giant mountains. It's pretty sweet though.
all of these days stretching out before us. All these places here within our reach. Don't know where we go from here. You can take me anywhere, 'cause anywhere with you is where I wanna be. Listen to the morning like the song.
Yeah, this is completely worth depleting all my vacation time.
Spent all this time just chasing the horizon. Now we see all of these days stretching out before us. All these places right here within our reach. Don't know where we go from here. You can take me anywhere, 'cause anywhere with you is where I wanna be. Don't know where we go from here. You
So
can
here's
take
the
me anywhere.
Swiss Army may have dammed this up.
Is
It's
where
a
I
pressure
wanna be.
fed stream in order to make this lake. I'm not 100% sure why, but I'm glad they did it. It makes it a beautiful hike.
Yeah, this is future me. I did do some research, and they did dam this lake up. There's a village underneath that lake, actually, but they dammed this lake up to make a reservoir for hydroelectric power. There's a hydroelectric dam and station further downstream from the lake here. But yeah, this provides power to probably a whole lot of people.
It was written in the stars, carved in stone inside our hearts. Something lasting, something true, tethered up inside of you and me. Take me home.
Oh, babe. Thank you for bringing me along with you. Look at this. Hey, real quick, I want to talk about the All Trails app. I'm on a hike right now where the trail kind of comes and goes through the rocks. And I'd be lost if I didn't continuously check my All Trails and make sure I'm on track. But you can see this is a pretty amazing hike. All this trail is marked very well with these markers. I've ran into so many people on this hike. Very, very nice people. People from France, people from Switzerland, Germany, and everyone's been great. They're very surprised to see a boy from Michigan here, but yeah, this is a pretty awesome hike.
Yeah, this sign says watch for falling rocks. I didn't know that until I had service and could check on my phone the translation.
Look at the sheep up there. I don't know if they're domestic or mountain goat sheep. Not goats, but yeah, look at the sheep up there. I'm not sure if they're wild or domestic, but it's kind of neat.
I was wrong. They were goats. They were farm-raised animals that were out grazing.
Coming down the last of this hike. Debating on whether it would have been better to come around clockwise instead of anti-clockwise the way I came. But I don't know, maybe I got the hard part done in front of me. No, lies. I would have it's all descent over there. My incline was rough over there with lots of rocks. This is actually a much smoother, more dirt path than what I took on the way up. So if you do this hike, I would suggest you do it clockwise. All trails told me to go anti-clockwise, so there it is.
Here's some more of those mountain goats that were on the trail here. You can see all the distance there. You can hear some bells as well. Well, that's the end of this hike. If you're still here, I appreciate you. I do love making this kind of content because it just gets me out in some beautiful places. But I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail. In this episode, I start at a cool church, take a bajillion stairs up to the top of a mountain to overlook the lake and this cool church. But first, I gotta find my way to the church. It's not the easiest place to find. This is Nick with Bearded Adventures, and I'm bringing you along with me.
Morning on another hike. This one's a bit confusing though. Directions aren't great. I'm supposed to see a cool church and then a really awesome view of this lake. But yeah, I guess I'll bring you with me. We'll figure out what's going on.
This little guy didn't have any good information. Finally found my trailhead. It's right next to this cool palm tree and along the shore of this lake. It's real residential at first. Let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you. We're trying to find a trailhead and it right in front of you, in plain sight. This church we're going to check out, Church of Saint Maria del Sasso, was most likely built in the late 13th century. Then it was renovated. They're thinking somewhere because this is so old, there's not only history books that talk about it. between 1470 and 1478. They know it was done in several stages and that the bell tower was added to be the most prominent site on this lake, which is Lake Lugano at the time. And this small town was the biggest port in the area until 1847. So this was a big deal back then. And of course this lake's beautiful. Being from the US, we don't have cool architecture like this and secret little back alleys that look like you're walking into the world of Harry Potter. This is just a really cool area to check out.
Well, this isn't my typical kind of hike. It's more like a Stairmaster, but it's got some pretty cool buildings and old architecture. I've already gone up like 3 flights of stairs like this. Our hotel somewhere over on that hill, mountain, close to that gondola.
Now this is where it would have been pretty awesome to bring my drone.
Holy cow. Alright, this is like stairway number like 10, and it just keeps going up. Hey look, another set of stairs. And there's that set of stairs I didn't tell you about. I don't think they ever end. Despite the 9 million stairs in this hike, it's actually really interesting. I'm sure this wall and these stairs are really, really old. I'm gonna look it up and let you know. But yeah, this is a pretty good workout. Again, Switzerland, I gotta give it to you. These trails are all so well marked. Even despite the language barrier on the signs, you can figure out where you need to go. Oh, my 360 camera does not do this view justice. It doesn't get a good distance photo. We're almost to the top of this mountain. Not sure it's a good thing or bad thing. It was all stairs. Oh, definitely an interesting hike. Now I'm on a little back road in the middle of Switzerland by a farm. I think this is supposed to be a little restaurant. But yeah, and there's these lizards everywhere, which I wasn't expecting in Switzerland. The little lizards we see in Florida. But look how cute this little restaurant is. That's pretty cool. Looks like this hike is led me to just a paved backcountry road up on the top of this mountain. And I take that down back to the car, I believe. But we'll see. If anything cool comes up, I'll turn the camera back on and let you all see. Yeah, I'd turn you all back on when I saw something else that would be cool. This looks pretty awesome. Pretty cool view of this lake again. Again, more stairs, this time going down. Which I'm not sure if it's worse going down or up. Sometimes I think it's better going up. My knees don't like the going down so bad. But man, look at the view of this lake. That is our hotel. Now these are some old stairs, just made from stones. They laid down. This is interesting. It looks like it's got 2 roadblocks and then a place to sit. I don't know if it's a bus stop or what it is, but I'll have to check it out and see. I'll throw it down in a comment if I figure out what it is. Again, Switzerland with your signage. Look at that. I was just lost and I saw that little marker. You go. Nothing like feeling like you're walking through someone's private residence. I'm not sure if it's a residence or what it is, but it looks like it. But the trail goes right through the backyard and along the path here. Here's some more cool little Switzerland side streets.
This hike starts off not quite as we planned it, more of a bike path, but there are some hidden gems and some cool little towns on the way to a pretty amazing waterfall. This is Nick with Bearded Adventures, and I'm bringing you along with me.
Good morning. Today's hike is going to be through a waterfall. I forget the name of the town. I'll put it somewhere, either in the comments or in the description here. But I follow this little river and up to these mountains. It's supposed to be 7 miles. But yeah, we'll bring you along. We'll show you all the cool footage I get.
This hike parking lot started in this small little village, the Swiss village in the Alps. Just pretty awesome little village. You can see there's hikers there walking by. And it does end up being, you'll see here soon, not quite exactly a hike, but the beginning is just amazing. I love these little towns. It appears they're airdropping supplies, I believe. I don't know what kind of supplies, but it looks like they're airdropping supplies up to some mountain structure, I'm guessing. It was kind of cool to see.
Well, I'm not sure what to quite think yet. I think All Trails might have led me astray, and this is not really a hike, but more like a walking path. Well, despite the fact that All Trails led me onto a paved path for most of this hike, it does have some little jet outs that are pretty cool. They go down to this river, so I guess that maybe might make it worth it. But I'm still going to put in the All Trails link that this is a paved path. There's definitely something always awesome about remote rivers and with lots of rapids and rocks. Well, this may not have been the type of hike I was looking for. I like the non-asphalt mountain trails, single track trails, but it is pretty cool. I just passed a little goat farm back there, and all these little Swiss cottages are just pretty cool. And I wouldn't be able to walk along this river while I was driving up it, so I guess it's all good. And you can see up there, I don't know if you can or not, but that's a cool little mountain stream coming down with waterfalls. This looks to be a really old village. I don't think it's abandoned because there's solar panels on roofs, but it's pretty interesting. From what that sign read, it looks like this whole town was wiped out by the giant flood that came down through those rocks. They're doing a good job to repair it all, but man, climate change, huh? I don't know if this camera can get this view of these mountains or not, but it's pretty awesome. Well, here's another small village coming up too. I'm starting to ponder as I've been walking these, well no, it's 4 miles, that All Trails should have said this was a bicycling path, not a hike. I think this would be much better as a e-bike or bicycling path. The grade isn't too crazy. How cool would it be to live here and have that be your front porch view?
she got a hold on me. She's the warmth of the summer, the color of spring. She's the strongest wind, the calmest breeze. That woman, she got a hold on me. That girl, she's like the finest wine. She'll give you a taste if you give her time. She's a complex heart and I don't mind. That girl, she's like the finest wine. That girl, she's like the finest wine. And I drink until my heart is full. Honey, you drink me and I drink you. You're the kind of love I'm running to. Got a hold on me, got a hold on me. Got a hold on me, oh yes you do. That woman, she got a hold on me. She's a mighty river, mountain, stream. From Oklahoma to Tennessee. That woman, she got a hold on me. That girl's a drink unto my soul. Once an empty cup, now overflow. She's a dry champagne, a sweet Merlot. That girl's a drink unto my soul. That girl's a drink unto my soul. Now drink until my heart is full. Honey, you drink me and I drink you.
Look at this. I believe it's a little school and a little tractor. Man, you want to live off grid?
Now drink until my heart is full.
Mountain little
Honey, you drink me,
cottage,
drink you.
slate stone roof.
Kind of love I'm running to.
Clearly someone lives there. The flowers are all
Hold on me,
tended and pretty.
got a hold on me, got a hold on
Maybe it's just a showpiece. That looks like someone lived here though. Hell, let me live there for the summer. Not so sure I'd want to live there in the winter. There's another one right here. Oh, I could totally spend the summer up here. The Swiss sure know how to make hydroelectric dams. This one is here, just takes the runoff from the glacier and moves it off to the side and diverts it, and then has two electric power units here generating power. And I hear cows somewhere, or goats with bells. Well, I found a quick little detour. It's a service road for that hydroelectric dam or plant. You know, not much of a detour, just jets out next to the road, and it's just different than walking on the road. But it might show me something interesting. We'll see. Alright, now this is the kind of hike I like. Rugged, technical terrain, sharp rocks. Creepy moss. The amount of women I'm running into that are, late 60s to maybe late 70s is beyond astonishing. And they're all out here hiking and doing these crazy terrains, which is badass. Alright, sometimes off the beaten path leads you to some cool shit. Look at this little bridge. Love it. Look at this little, it's a house or a church way up there on the mountain. How crazy is that? Here's this is what this is. It's clearly built. Oh, a camping spot. I want to keep this path a secret from all trails or not, but I really think I'm going to suggest that all trails change their route. Use that one as a bike path and this one as a separate hike, because this is way better. This is my kind of hiking, and that walking on the road was good to cover some mileage, but this is so pretty, and it follows the river. This place is pretty awesome, I have to say. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough for the camera to hear me. Alright, time to check my all trails and see where the hell I'm at. And just like that, 3 hours and 8 minutes, 9.5 miles. Fucking jerk. Just got stung by a big ass fucking bee. Whew.
This hike had everything: insane views, brutal climbs, and halfway up to the top, I get stung by a European hornet. Today I'm taking a hike from Hotel Sirpiano to the summit of a mountain at the Swiss and Italian border. This is Nick with Bearded Adventures, and I'm bringing you along with me.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoy.
Today the adventure starts at Hotel Sirpiano. Perched high above Lake Lugano, this place is known for peaceful spas and beautiful views, but today it's my trailhead.
And the weeks and the weekends are keeping close who you spend them with. And in time, which
So we're trying a hike from the hotel. Sorry, it was a quite a big incline just to get the start of it. But yeah, we'll check it out and see. Those are two different locations. One's a good view of the lake, and the other one's supposed to be a historical site. So we'll check it out and I'll bring you guys along.
Of course, this sign's in Italian. I did use my Google Translate to read it. It talks about how this area has a ton of fossils, and the process they did to dig them up and do some research on them.
These aren't really sanctioned hikes, so the directions aren't super clear. But I am following my map on all trails, so that does help. Well, so far, most of this trail is supposed to be a mountain bike trail as well, but it is so rocky and rooty, I don't think it would be very fun. Maybe when I was younger, but I am not that good a mountain biker anymore.
This sign talks about how they use oxen to move fossils around. They actually discovered the fossils where they were drilling for oil, but they've used the oxen to move fossils around.
I'm sure the camera isn't picking up this noise. It's quite faint, but it sounds like buzzing, like a huge beehive, or maybe I'm gonna run into one of those temples in the Outlander and get sucked away to another time frame period. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm assuming that's a way to collect water from the stream and not a sewer pipe that's broken and running down the hill. Hey, if you've been watching this channel for a little bit, you know that I have a thing for cool bridges, whether they're big or small, but the smaller ones are always the cooler ones. Here's one right here. Pretty neat little bridge. Doesn't really go over much right now, but I'm sure in the spring, when snow melt, there's all kinds of water underneath it. Jimmy. Seriously, why can't we have the Jimmy in the US? Those are cool little trucks. Yeah, another shameless All Trails plug. Check out my description for my All Trails affiliate link. But right now, I'm turning around because the trail here is poorly marked, but All Trails keeps me on track. I just vibrated and said, hey, you're off track, dummy. So I'm going back to wherever I need to go and see if I can find where this trailhead goes. But yeah, that's definitely a perk of All Trails. Oh shoot. All Trails is definitely right, but holy shit. This is one hell of an incline. Man. I'm going for 10 minutes at this pace. Like straight up. No switchbacks. Oh. Hey Stacy, I don't know how much of these you watch, but I want to appreciate you and let me tag along with you to Switzerland. This is really what I needed. A nice break from work and peaceful nature. And the city life here is nuts, but these mountain hikes are beautiful. And this one's full of woods and and no bodies. So, thank you. And I love you. Jerk. Just got stung. Whew. Hopefully that doesn't swell up too much.
Yeah, it did swell up a little bit. Not horrible, but more than I would like. And this is what that giant bee was, that European hornet.
Well, I had to sit down and research that bee to make sure it wasn't anything crazy. I guess it's called a giant carpenter hornet bee or some shit. I don't know. It hurt. It was not a normal bee sting, but it's not swelling too bad. I do have a giant dot where it hit me, but it is what it is. I'll keep going. This trail has some good markings and some horrible markings. I just took another wrong turn, but back on the right road. Man, that freaking bee sting kills. Holy shit. Via Ferrata, this is about the same shit. Oh, man, it's slow going the last half mile. I am dead. Sweating like a pig. Sting didn't help any, but almost there. Some kind of ancient monastery or something. Of course, people came up and vandalized it. Who knew the hardest hike I would do on this trip was from the hotel. Holy shit. As you can see how sweaty I am. Hit max heart rate a couple times. But holy crap. Let's hopefully this is worth all that. Oh, my leg still kills from that stupid bee. I went the wrong way. But they make use of everything. Look at this. Whenever they just cut all this grass, they're baling it up. You know, it's just regular grass, which is kind of cool that they're baling it up to sure used to feed animals or something, but no waste. That's pretty cool. Ran into a very nice German couple on the trail. Yeah, everyone I ran into on these hikes have been very nice. So, but we're all out here enjoying this beautiful nature and beautiful trails, so that could be. But maybe it's also the best people are out on trails because they're not sitting at home. But yeah, oh, no more sun. It's nice and cool in the shade. With all that crazy incline, this nice walk through the woods is definitely nice. With all that crazy incline, this flat trail through the woods is nice and cool, and oh, feels good. I gotta check this All Trails app to see where in the world I need to go. I go straight, do not want to go down. At some point I might have to go back down a lot, but we'll see. I just got to thinking, me getting stung and that giant sound of bees have nothing to do with each other. There was a single bee, didn't hear anything around it. I think it was a cicada killer, but I'm gonna look it up more when I get back to the hotel. I should have borrowed hiking poles from the front desk. This shit is pretty loose and technical, and my legs are awful dead from that incline to get to that viewpoint. Well, coming to an end of this hike. What a beautiful view at the top. It was well worth it. It was probably one of the hardest hikes I've ever done, I gotta say that. It was some pretty gnarly uphill. Oh, the bee sting sucked. But yeah, I'd do it again. It was fun. That view at the top is just amazing.
This was our first full-length movie. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail.